You may know God, and folks, there are people that have known God, that have walked with God for years. They've walked in holiness. They are pure, godly people, but the enemy comes in one day like a flood and a period of unbelief. Unbelief is a horrible sin. It's as bad or maybe worse than adultery, fornication, pornography. Unbelief kept Israel out of the promised land. You can be a friend of God and sometimes not even want to hear His voice. You can provoke friendship. You have to go beyond intimacy. You have to go beyond revelation. Or some of you now have sinned. You sit here now, this past week, and you don't know how God is going to react, because the first tendency is to run. Be it a big sin or what you call a little sin. There's no such thing as a little sin. Sin is sin in the sight of God, and the smallest sin, we deserve wrath and judgment. We hear our conscience, this voice, and now you've sinned against me. You have sinned against light. You've sinned against my love. And so this voice comes raging in. There was a time you walked close with God. You were praying, you were seeking God, and now you're cold. You're indifferent, and you have this sense, well, God has cut me off. Folks, when you sin, when you're a believer and you sin, where else can you go? Where do you go if there's no grace? Where do you go if there's no hope? Former drug addicts became teen challenge directors and became evangelists, and it took a terrible fall. Mixed up in pornography, mixed up in all kinds of sins, and I've heard them say, it's no use, God's given up on me, there's no hope, and they don't even try. I'm beyond help. That's what some of you sitting here now, those hearing me, you've said, for me there's no hope. I've defiled my God, and I've sinned blasphemous before Him, beyond hope. Verse 19, and He said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before thee, and I'll be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. And He said, thou canst not see my face, for thou shalt not see me and live, for no man shall see me and live. And the Lord said, behold, there's a place by me, thou shalt stand upon a rock, and it shall come to pass that while my glory passes by, that I will put thee in a clift of the rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. Now let me give you the revelation. Listen to it very closely. The Lord said, yes, you failed me, but there's a rock, and there's a cavity in that rock. There's a place that I'm going to put you securely. I want you to come immediately. Don't linger in doubt and fear. You failed me. Don't linger there in that place, and don't question anymore, because I'm going to give you a revelation of who I am. Folks, that rock is Christ, the Bible says. When you fail God, when you sin, don't linger in your unbelief and doubt. Quickly run to Jesus. Get back on the rock. Get to the cavity that He said. And God says, I will put my hand on you.